Hello and welcome to this new video, which is for first year students, both streams. This video or this lesson will be about reported speech. Okay, so here we start. So we have the first example here, you see. Jawad says, I hear strong noise. And the second example you have, Jawad says that he hears a strong noise. So what do you notice here? What is here? So what is the difference between this sentence and this second sentence? So the first sentence here, we have the verb is in which tense? It is in the present simple, okay? The verb here is in the present simple. So says is called هدايا الverb we call it ولا نسميوه reporting or introductory verb, okay? Reporting or introductory verb. And here these two dots we call them colon, okay? Colon. And these two légumes in French, in English we say quotation marks, okay? Quotation marks. So this sentence here is in the direct speech, okay? Direct speech. So we report it here to the indirect speech. We rewrite it in the indirect speech, okay? In another form. So we say, Jawad says that he hears a strong noise. Jawad says that he hears a strong noise. We have the subject here, the verb says, the introductory verb here, we have says, and then we omit the colon and the quotation marks and we add that. So we say, Jawad says that what? It says that he. Who hears a strong noise? Jawad hears a strong noise. So we say he. Instead of I, we write he, okay? So Jawad says that he hears a strong noise. And this is the indirect speech, okay? So now we move to the second one. We have here Jawad said, I hear a strong noise in the first example. In the second example, we have Jawad said that he heard a strong noise. So what do you notice here? So clearly that the first sentence here is in the direct speech and this sentence is in the indirect speech, right? So the introductory verb here is in the which tense? It is in the past simple tense, okay? In the past simple tense. So when we have the introductory verb in the present simple, the verb here, there is no change, okay? The verb here does not change, okay? No change. But when the verb or the introductory or reporting verb is in the past simple, the verb here does change. So we say instead of hear, heard. Okay? So Jawad said that he heard a strong noise. So it all depends to the introductory verb. When the introductory verb is in the present simple, we do not change the tense. We do not change the change the verb, the tense of the verb. Okay, we leave it as it is. Okay, but when we have the introductory verb in the past simple, the verb here does change. If it is in the present simple, it's just to be in the past simple, etc., etc. We have the rule and the reported speech with all tenses, and here we have a table. Reported speech with all tenses, okay? We have direct speech and indirect speech. So the first one we have present simple. For instance, he said, I live in Paris. He said, I live in Paris. So what would you say, the indirect speech? So the introductory verb here is in the present simple, right? Present simple. So, and the verb here is live. So what would you say in the indirect speech, sorry? So you can pause the video and start thinking about it. Do this table, these sentences and get back for the correction. And here we go, here we start. So we have here for this first one, we say from the present simple to the past simple. For instance, he said that we omit the colon and the quotation marks and we put or write or type that. So he said that that he lived in Paris. Okay, so that he lived in Paris, from present simple to past simple. Okay, do not forget to change the pronoun here. Instead of saying I, here we say he. Who lived in Paris? It's him, right? He said that he lived in Paris. So هو اللي عاش في باريس. Donc شكون عاش في باريس? It's him. So he lived in Paris. So we move to the second one. From present perfect, we have here an example. He said, I have visited London twice. So the verb here is in the present perfect. The rule تاع present perfect here have or has plus past participle of the verb. So past participle of the verb to visit is visited. Okay, so I have visited. Present perfect, I repeat, have or has plus past participle of the verb. So I have visited London twice. So here we say from the present perfect to the past perfect, and the rule of the past perfect is had plus past participle of the verb to visit, which is visited. Okay, had visited. All right, so we say he said that he had visited London twice. So remember the rules of the tenses. Okay, so present perfect have or has plus past participle of the verb, and past perfect had plus past participle of the verb, and you do the necessary changes, right, from I to he, of course, and you omit the colon and the quotation mark and add that. Okay, now we move to the next one, from present continuous. Okay, so for the present continuous, we say, for instance, here we have an example. He said, I am cooking dinner. So the rule of present continuous is or are or is plus the verb plus ing. Okay, present continuous. Auxiliary to be plus the verb plus ing. Okay, this is the present continuous. Okay, so here what can we say from present continuous to the past continuous? So the past continuous, the rule of the past continuous is was or were, of course, auxiliary to be in the past simple plus the verb plus ing. Okay, so was or were plus the verb plus ing. So from present continuous to past continuous, and remember the rules. I remind you again. Okay, so we say from he said I am cooking dinner to he said that he was cooking dinner. We omit the colon, quotation marks, add that, from I to he, from present continuous to past continuous. Why? Because the introductory verb is in the past simple. Okay, so good. We move now to the next one. We have from past simple. Past simple, here we have an example. He said, we have colon and quotation marks, I went to New York. So what can we say in the indirect speech? So from present or past simple, sorry, to past perfect. The rule of past simple is clear verb from verbs in the past simple. So this is the verb to go. Okay, in the past simple we say went. Okay, so past perfect is had plus past participle of the verb. Okay, so we have here had, gone. The past participle of the verb to go is gone. Okay, so had gone. He said that he had gone to New York. So we omit the colon and the quotation marks. We, instead of saying I, we say he, and then from past simple went to past perfect had gone. Okay, had plus past participle of the verb to go is gone. Remember, past perfect rule is had plus past participle of the verb to go, or any verb. Okay, so this is it. Now we move to the second one, or the next one, past perfect. We have an example here. He said, I had already eaten. So what can you say in the indirect speech? So in the indirect speech you say, he said that he had already eaten. So from past perfect, it stays in the past perfect. The verb does not change from past perfect to past perfect. We have I had eaten is the verb, and had eaten is here as well. We just omitted the colon and the quotation marks, and we added that, and then we changed the pronoun from I to he, and the verb does not change. It stays in the same tense, past perfect, past perfect. Now we move to the next one. past continuous. So for the past continuous rule, it says that was or were, okay, auxiliary to be in the past plus the verb plus ing. For instance, was going. So it's just similar to present continuous. Present continuous, we have am, is, or are plus the verb plus ing, and past continuous, just like this one, was or were plus the verb plus ing. For instance, we have he said I was going to find a new job. So in the indirect speech, what do we say? In the indirect speech, we say past perfect continuous. Yeah, so past perfect continuous rule is had been plus the verb plus ing. Okay, had been plus the verb plus ing. For instance, yes, here is the answer. He said that, I may omit the colon quotation marks and we add that he. Okay, instead of saying I, we say he. He said that he had been going to find a new job. Okay, so that's it. These are the tenses, all the tenses that you need in the reported speech, from the indirect speech to the indirect speech. Okay, now you have the modals. For the modal verbs, you have will, can, may, must, have to, and shall, etc. So you can just apply the same rule, just change the verbs or the modal verbs and the pronouns, of course. Okay, and there are some expressions that you have to revise or just check. Okay, yeah. So for the first one here, we have he said I will call Ali. So he said I will call Ali. In the indirect speech, we say he said that he would call Ali. So will turns to be would in the indirect speech, okay, or reported speech, right? So that's it. From I just to be he, will, would. He said that we omit, of course, the quotation marks and the colon, uh, add that and he, from I to he, and then the modal verb will to would. Okay, so he said that he would call Ali. The second one, he said I can come tonight. So we say he said that he could come tonight. He said I may buy a new car. So here he said that he might buy a new car, from can to could, from may to might. So he said I must give him my phone number. So here we say he said that he had to give him his phone number. Okay, his, from my to his. Okay, must, had to, and I to he. We omit quotation marks and the colon and add that here. Here we have he said I have to leave the town. The town, we say the town or the city. So he said, I have to leave the town. Here we can say, he said that he had to leave the town. So from have to or and must to had to, okay? And from I to he, right? So now we move to the next one. He said, I shall see a doctor. And here we say, he said that he should see a doctor, from shall to should, okay? That's it. That's for the modal verbs. Now you have the place and time. You can just check this, you can read them and just remember these expressions, etc. Okay, for the pronouns, etc. Okay, so here you have, for instance, from direct to reported speech or indirect speech, we have today, we say that day. Now, then, yesterday, the day before, days ago, days before, last week, the week before, next year, the following year, tomorrow, the next day or the following day, here, there, from this to that, these to those, ago to previously or before, we have tonight to that night, and etc. For the pronouns, same thing. Okay, you can pause the video and read them and reread them again. Okay, here we have a task. You can pause the video, try to do the task, and then answer with me. So we have task, report the following sentences. First sentence, I say I feel tired. Okay, what can you say? So here we go. I say that I feel tired, okay? I say that I feel tired. The verb here does not change because the introductory verb is in the present simple. Second one, she says, I bought a nice car. So what can we say in the indirect or reported speech? So she says that she bought a nice car, okay? She says that she bought. It doesn't change because the introductory verb or reporting verb is in the present simple, okay? So the third one, he tells me Algeria is a very big country. So here we say, he tells me that Algeria is a very big country. It doesn't change because the introductory verb is in the present simple as well. The next one, someone said we are good people. So someone said here, the introductory verb or reporting verb here is in the past simple. So here we say someone said that they were good people. Okay, they were good people. Okay, from are to were. Why? Because the introductory verb is the past simple, so auxiliary to be from present simple to the past simple. Remember the rules. Okay. 5. They said she had discovered a new cure. Okay, so here we can say they said that she had discovered a new cure, the same thing. Okay, so here we have from the present perfect to the past perfect. So we say, and I repeat that the rule of the present perfect is has or have plus the past participle of the verb. Here the verb discover, to discover. Okay, so past participle of the verb to discover is discovered. So in the present perfect we say has discovered, and in the past perfect had plus the past participle of the verb, which is discovered, had discovered. Okay, remember present perfect, present perfect. To have in the present simple, have or has plus past participle of the verb is the present perfect, and past perfect had, have to have in the past simple is had. So had plus past participle, sorry, of the verb, which is discovered, so had discovered. And this is it. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next videos. Till then, take care and stay hydrated. Goodbye.